Hey everyone, welcome to my new house. I can't wait to show you inside. Come on in. You guys, there's gonna be moments in this video where I might spontaneously cry, so just give me a second, but I can't believe we finally made it here. You know that I've been manifesting this house for years. I can't even tell you, but let me just give you all of the specs. I know you guys want to know everything about this house. We are still in Southern California. I am never moving out of Orange County, but we have definitely expanded size, living space, lot size, everything. This house was built in the 1970s and it's beautiful. There's just so much beautiful natural light, and that was like the first thing that really hit me. But once you walked into the home, and especially the atrium, it was just so much charm to the house. So you might remember my previous house. It was a mid-century gem in the heart of Anaheim, and I just really needed like more space. So the home specs are 2,700 square feet, just a little bit over 2,700 square feet. There's 4 bedrooms, 1 office. We have 3 bathrooms, but the lot is what really drew me to this space. It's on a flat, almost 1/3 acre lot, and it's just magnificent. So we are currently standing in the living room, and you can see that the ceilings are pretty low. We've got popcorn ceilings, which I'm definitely gonna get rid of, but what I wanna do is actually expand the height of the entire structure. So, you know, I'm coming from a mid-century home, okay? I have open, exposed beams, like vaulted ceilings, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. So it's a little bit lower in here, but it also feels a little bit cozy. You know, I kind of like it. I imagine this to be the formal living room. So right off this living room, we have a formal dining room. So I'm going to show you that next. We're standing in the formal dining room, and I love to call it a formal dining room. I actually realize that I'm pretty formal or traditional when it comes to my layouts. Previously, we were living in open concept, and because I have like young toddlers, I love open concept. I love the fact that I can sit in, you know, the living room and see into the lounge and the kids are playing. However, now that they're getting older, like mama needs a little bit of privacy. So you guys got to check this out. Am I going to keep it? I'm not sure, but look how cool this is. I can close this baby up, and we've got a completely closed concept dining room. The only issue is I have a massive dining table. It's like 10 feet long, and this dining room is teeny tiny, which also means we're gonna knock out a few walls. We're gonna expand the height of the ceiling. We're gonna make some more videos, because by the time I'm done with this, I'm gonna be so broke. I really need you guys to support me, okay? So let's move on into the kitchen. You're gonna love this. It's a 1970s build, okay? Everything is original. This entire kitchen is getting demolished, but I have to tell you, I kind of actually like the tile. No. I love the tile. However, it's gonna go. Look at these appliances, okay? Talk about vintage. All of these appliances are original. So the house was built in the 70s, and then the previous owners bought it in the 80s, and they've been here for 30 years. But word on the street, okay, I actually talked to the neighbors, and the neighbors said that once they moved in, they never actually lived here. Okay, so all of the finishes that you see here barely has been used. For a regular person, a non-designer, can you save all of these finishes and actually kind of just slap on a coat of paint, maybe like raise the ceilings a little bit, get rid of all of this lighting and call it a day? Absolutely. But you guys know me, okay? My previous kitchen is about double this size, double the height. I have so many ideas. I'm like literally bursting at the seams to demolish this kitchen. But right now, I'm kind of enjoying it. It feels like, you know, you're kind of stepping back in time. But I think what I really enjoy is the layout. So I love this kind of like U-shaped configuration. We have all of our appliances to one side. And the great thing about this home, minus obviously all of the natural light, the beautiful flow, is that I can tell, like I can literally step in the house and tell that the previous owners feng shuied it, because all of the appliances are in the exact same location that I would put it. If you guys want like a Feng Shui home tour video, I will redo this entire video with like a Feng Shui perspective, and I just cannot wait to show you like how good it feels in here. So it's just the natural flow, the natural light, even where the kitchen is laid out, the stove, the sink, I love it. Now that I get to stand at the sink and look at all the beautiful view. Before, I was standing at the sink and I was looking straight into the wall because it was auspicious for that direction of the house. And this feels like totally, totally different. So I love it. Okay, we're gonna move on over into the family room, which is adjacent to the kitchen. We just moved from the kitchen into the family room. It's adjacent. So there's almost like, it is an open space. I imagine I'm gonna knock down a few walls just to kind of open it up a little bit more, but I know what you're thinking. Julie, what are you going to do with this massive dated brick fireplace behind you? I actually love it. There was a previous house that I was looking at, and it was an entirely brick house that I fell in love with. I just thought, you know, I love that old world charm. Is it a little bit too much brick? Maybe. I mean, I was thinking of kind of maybe cutting it in half, plastering the top. I'm not sure yet, but I imagine that this brick fireplace on this west side of the home is going to become like such a cozy little area. You know, the Christmas tree will be here. I'm going to hang stockings on the mantle. Oh my gosh. That's next year, but I can already see how this space is going to evolve. This is where the kids are going to play. This is going to be my media room. I imagine a huge TV right here. You know, I know a lot of designers like kind of poo-poo over like a huge television, but I am a television watching family, okay? Hello, I have a YouTube channel. Clearly media is really huge in this family. So I want to kind of do like a built-in entertainment area here, a television, maybe knock out some of this brick just to plaster it so that we can get a little bit more light in here. But anytime you guys have a space like this where it seems like it's a little bit more dim, a little bit darker than any other room in the home, I want you to lean into that. Don't think about brightening it up. Just think about dimming it down, doing dark walls, you know, color drenching the ceiling as well. And then you can have a little bit of a lighter contrast with lighter furnishings. So I imagine like very dark, moody, sexy walls in here, maybe some wallpaper as well. But we've got such ample space in here and I love it. I know the kids are really gonna enjoy this as like a makeshift playroom as well. So right off the family room, which is really cool, is going to be my husband's office. The office is connected to its own separate bath, but I feel like I'm gonna kind of outfit it so that my husband can have some sort of storage units in there as well. So come on in. The cool thing is, at least there's a door. You know, my husband's previous office, not my previous husband, you guys. My husband's previous, you guys are like, they're like behind the camera laughing at me. I'm rusty, okay? Your girl's rusty. It's been a minute since I've been on YouTube, so you understand what I'm saying. So I love that we have this door here and we can kind of close it off to what's happening in the family room so my husband can kind of just work in here. I love this office because it's sizable. It's really cute. It's right off the garage and our laundry area is in there as well. But we also have a bathroom here that connects to the exterior patio. We're talking the 70s here, okay? So these are all 70s finishes. We've got cultured marble on the countertops. We have like original, really janky millwork. So of course, all of this is getting demolished. Not anytime soon. I'm really going to be doing this renovation in phases, but I love that it's so sizable. All of the fixtures are in the location that I want them. I mean, the sink is not going to move. Neither is the toilet. And I love that there's already a standing shower in here. And there's also access to the backyard, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's take you guys to the private bedrooms. Show of hands. What's the first thing I'm going to demolish in this primary bedroom? If you say the sliding door mirrors, ding, 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 you have been watching my videos and that's absolutely correct. We are standing in this huge primary bedroom. I cannot wait to sleep here, except we got to knock this out. You guys know that Feng Shui hates that. Okay, no mirrors in the bedroom ever. Why? Because you need to be in a place of complete zen, complete rest, right? So in your bedroom is a place of yin, which is rest. In the public areas, it's yang, active energy. So mirrors reflect a lot of energy. They bring a lot of energy into the space. You don't want it in a bedroom because it activates too much energy when it's supposed to be a place of rest. You need to get a good night's sleep. So the first thing I'm going to do is, yes, get rid of the sliding closet mirror doors, and then I'll probably replace it with like a curtain rod for now. But I imagine that this space is going to be laid out in zones. It's like double the size of my current primary. So I want my head to be on this main wall. You know, the kids still co-sleep with us. So I also imagine like a really huge like sofa bed, right? A sofa where I can like watch TV hidden behind like media cabinets, because again, a television is also like a feng shui no-no in the bedroom. It's considered a black mirror, which is another mirror, which also reflects more energy when you're supposed to be sleeping. So I'm going to kind of cover that up. But what would be cute is like, you know, I plop like a little sofa right here that converts into a bed. So when the girls want to kind of climb into bed with us, they have a space, but I also have my bed here as well. I love this primary bedroom because it also has an ensuite, obviously. But the issue is that there's an opening to the bathroom. I'm going to show you. Here's another reason how I know this house was like appropriately feng shuied. Anytime that you have an opening to a bathroom, a vestibule, you'll know that all of the negative energy from the toilets, the faucets, the shower goes right out into the bedroom. So typically you always want to have some sort of enclosure. When you have a niche that's open like this, you want to close it with either a door. Okay, that's probably like the most expensive option. You could also do a curtain rod and hang that just so you have some sort of partition. But they were really smart here. What they did was separate the vanity from the shower and the toilet with a closed door. So I actually love that. I may, you know, add some architectural detailing here with like some arches, some like really pretty sconces to kind of lead the way. But I like that the vanity is separate. Like let's say my husband is showering, but I still need to get ready in the morning. I like that we have that divide. What's also really smart is that they had an entire closet system here. So I have a closet system with the sliding mirror doors. I have another closet system here. There's just so much storage. Of course, style-wise, all of this is still stuck in the 80s. We are going to give it a little bit of an update, but I haven't even like, I'm not even there yet. I'm just like, I'm still glowing and basking in the feel of my new home. So, you know, design comes later, but we're really just kind of placing everything now, and I'm really optimizing it and learning how my family uses the space. So let's take a look at the other bedrooms. Before we get to the bedroom, let's talk about this hallway. It's not just the hallway, okay? Can you guys feel that? You feel all that good natural light coming through. There's so much good energy here. And this is why I love this home, okay? My previous home had this really beautiful courtyard. You open the gate and you're just met with nature. This home is built around a central atrium, and that's what really drew me to this house. You know, before I even saw the house, I kind of peeked through the front door and I saw this incredible atrium that's right in the heart of the home. So it filters light through to every single wing of the house. We are now currently on the east wing of the house where all of the private bedrooms are. I love that. I love that I get to entertain on one side. I love that all of the private bedrooms on the adjacent side, so that noise level that you hear is kind of canceled throughout the house. We have a bathroom right here. This is going to be like the guest bathroom, the girls' shared bathroom. I love this bathroom because it has the same idea, the same kind of design layout as my primary bedroom. We've got a vanity on one side, the door closes, and then the shower and the toilet is on the other side of the door, which is really cool. That's a bonus because you can have multiple people using the bathroom at the same time. Next to the family room, this is probably the darkest room in the home, which means it doesn't get a lot of natural light filtered through. So if you guys remember what I said about anytime you have a really, really dark space, lean into it. You don't have to add more lighting to make it feel brighter. Just keep it moody, keep it dark. This is actually going to be my new dressing room. So I'm gonna outfit this with like a bunch of closets, you know, so I want like a storage system. I haven't really decided whether or not I'm gonna also put a bed in here. I feel like it needs to be functional. If I want to have guests over, it's kind of a waste of space just to make this like a closet only. And once I put a bed in my previous closet, I can have more guests sleep over. So I kind of love that. So we'll see how this space develops, but it's a pretty sizable room. Okay, let's go to the girls' room. Look how much light is in this space. Okay, and look at these bay windows. Architecturally, I love this house. There's just so much traditional charm to it. You know how I feel about blinds. Okay, I know that they kind of leveled it up a little bit. They made a little bit of a luxury decision by putting wood blinds instead of plastic blinds, but it is so cumbersome to operate. I'm going to show you. You can at least operate it with, privacy, but I hate this. Look at, you know what I mean? I hate cords, okay? We want to like no cords. We're not living in the 80s anymore. If you have this system in your home, how are you operating it? I mean, tell me, is it a chore? Do you love it? Do you not mind it? I'm not into it, you guys. But the minute that I brought the girls in here, Kamari, she stood on here and she thought it was a stage. That really gave me a design idea. I thought, why don't I turn this into like a stage for her? I almost want to create like a valance right here, drapery right here, make this into like a performance art space for them. The two girls will have twin beds or full beds side by side till high school, okay? I had to share a room with my two older sisters until I was like 14 years old. So even though we have this space for them to have their own separate bedrooms, I kind of like that. I want to keep them in the same space. I want to keep them close. And I feel like there's so much space in the home that they can do their homework in separate areas and they'll still have that sense of privacy no matter where they are. But I love this space. It's really spacious. We are standing in what is going to be my office. I want to cry. It's so beautiful. The office is right off the atrium, right across from the girls' room. I also have a closet system here. There's sliding mirror doors here, but I'm going to turn this into like my mood board. So I imagine I'm going to put cork on it. I'm going to, put tabs on it to make it like a total vibey office. I'm going to meditate out here in the morning. I mean, you can literally open this entire sliding. It's janky, okay? So some of these fixtures don't work the way they should, but of course, after I renovate, it's going to be so awesome. But I love that there's access points all around the home that's centered around this atrium, which is also the earth center for the entire home, which I love. It's like, earth center, all about your well-being, all about your health. So I love that the entire home is centered around, like my health center. So my office is going to be where I film, where I conceptualize ideas. It's a lot smaller than my previous studio where I had like a lounge in there as well. But I kind of like that. I like that I have a smaller space. It's more dedicated space and it has such great light in here. I cannot wait to really optimize this to make it feel a little bit more inspirational for me. I feel like I've made it, you guys. Look at my yard. Okay, we are talking about a little bit over 1/3 of an acre of land. You know what I could do here? Yesterday, I spent almost 3 hours gardening. I have sweet potatoes, okay? I was pulling up the sweet potatoes. I pulled out a bulb and then I just like started bawling. I'm surrounded by my lush garden, my beautiful pool, which needs to be replastered. The heater's broken. There's like chips all over the concrete, but it's okay, you guys. I wouldn't even say that this is like a total fixer-upper, but for me, it's just like the blank slate of like my dreams. We've got mature fruit trees on every single direction of the home. I have like 3 guava trees. I have 2 avocado trees. I have 2 mandarins, a navel, a lemon, an apple, 2 crab apples, and I actually have some fruit that's hanging over from the neighbor's yard that I'm about to pick as well. I'm so excited to work on this garden. Like I can literally die happy here just picking weeds all day, okay? I'm literally in my golden girl garden era, and I'm so excited for it. So pool wise, the pool is massive. So my idea for the pool is that we're gonna grade it. Okay, so I imagine having a pool where it's just like all one depth. We can kind of use it. I'm gonna be able to swim in it. The kids are going to be able to have a little like Baja shelf, which is like this elevated portion of the pool. It's kind of like a waiting area, and they'll have like their toys there. But I love it. Like, can you imagine? I'm never going to have to rent an event center ever again to throw my kids' birthday parties. Like, this is going to be the place to be. Ah, and did I mention, you guys see that little playground right here? So we brought our girls here for the first day, and they had a ball just like going in and out of this playground. Mind you, this playground is probably about 20 years old. There's like weeds sprouting out of it. You know, the ropes are all rusted, but that's not the point. The point is, this is how we're going to live in this space. This is how we're going to enjoy the backyard. This entire covered patio was already here. It's almost like they knew we were coming. They knew we needed a party house. But I also imagine adding like a water feature to the pool so I could just hear trickling water all day instead of all of the cars driving back and forth. So this is Party Central. It's Alumawood. I think that's what it's called. It's like aluminum made to look like fake wood, but I love it because it's pretty high, it's pretty tall. We've already got lights outfitted in as well. We have ceiling fans. So Feng Shui hates ceiling fans inside the home because, of course, you know, all of the poison arrows, the energy is like recirculating in the house. However, there is a loophole. So when you have ceiling fans that are in the perimeter of the home or on the outside of the home, that's actually okay, because what you're doing is you're recirculating like fresh air into the exterior portion of the home. So it's not as invasive as it would be if you're inside. We're in the earth center of the home. You know, I walked into this atrium. I saw all of the brickwork. I saw the radiating pattern. Did you guys notice that it's in a conical shell shape? This is designed, you guys. Like, oh my God, the hair on my arms are like totally standing up. I literally want to cry. This is the last time you're going to see this bonsai. If you guys are a viewer, watcher of this channel, I had a video called Feng Shui Best and Worst Plants. And bonsai made like the top of the list for one of the worst plants according to Feng Shui. And here's why. When you have a bonsai, I mean, clearly they didn't maintain this bonsai, but you're constantly pruning it. You're, shaping it. You're shaping and pruning a plant that is stunted. The stunted growth also transfers into your own life, okay? It just means that you're never going to grow. You're never going to develop. You're never going to bloom. So one of the first things I am going to do, minus, demoing the home, is I'm going to attack this bonsai. Definitely going to remove her. It saddens me, of course, to uproot a really beautiful, thriving tree. But for me, hopefully I can find another home for her. It's not going to be this home because we're talking about upward mobility here, right? This house is going to grow with us for, the next couple of decades. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a really safe community for my girls to grow up in.
What is your favorite part about the house?
My favorite part of the home is absolutely the flow. Okay, you cannot fake flow. My previous home, although I love it architecturally, it's so beautiful, it was so janky, so disjointed. It's like, some of the rooms are on one side. I had to go through my husband's office to get to my closet. I hated it. I love the flow in this space where I can entertain on one wing of the house and I have all the private areas on the other side of the house. I love this atrium. I think, my previous house had the courtyard that I was absolutely obsessed with. I have to be around nature. I have to have a lot of trees. The fact that there are so many mature fruit trees was like an absolute plus.
How do you imagine using the space?
I think initially I walked into the home and I knew exactly what the room breakdown was going to be. I mean, clearly your girl is a Feng Shui practitioner, okay? I have a Feng Shui lifestyle. The first thing I did was number one, did the house check off my auspicious direction? Boop. Okay, this is why it took so long to find this property. You know, we've been looking for over 2.5 years. I put in 5 different offers. This is the 6th offer that I put in. This was the easiest transaction of them all. And I just felt like, you know what, it was really meant for us. So while I'm going to take my sweet time remodeling the home, I actually want to live in it. And that's something that I absolutely advise for everyone to do. If you have the opportunity to, you know, get into a new space, buy a new home, live in it. Live in it before you start like shelling out thousands of dollars to like knock down walls, to rebuild a new kitchen. Live in it, understand how your family functions in it, understand how the rooms flow, how you want it to develop, and then you can start to optimize each space. For me, the priority is absolutely the outdoor space. We want to be able to enjoy the pool as soon as we move in. My girls are still in school, okay? So I actually have to wait until May, June to move into this home, but I am also not in a rush. You know, I want to take that time to really allow me to be inspired by the house and to let, you know, all of the colors come alive and for me to come up with like a really beautiful, inspirational design for us.
What do you envision for the kitchen?
I think the kitchen is probably the first thing I'm going to tackle because I also need a functioning kitchen. The floors are in pretty good shape. We have hardwood floors. The carpet is like almost immaculate, brand new. So I'm not ripping out any of the interior finishes quite yet until I figure out exactly what I want to do room by room. But the kitchen is going to be the first thing that I tackle. And I actually want to raise the roof for all of the public areas, like the formal dining, the formal living room. I imagine vaulted ceilings, whether or not I'm going to leave the beams exposed, I'm not sure yet. But right now, it still feels like a little bit low. So I just kind of want to raise everything up. We have like 8-foot ceilings right now.
And is there anything you want to keep?
You know, you'd be surprised, okay? You walk into the atrium and it already has this like pattern, the flow, the brick. A lot of people would think this is really, really dated, but I freaking love it. Like, I love it. I love the brick. It just reminds me of growing up in the South. I mean, I was born in New Orleans. I remember my brick house. I don't remember a lot, but I remember a lot of brick. And this feels like, you know, feels really nostalgic to me. So I'm actually going to keep the atrium as is, but I'm going to get rid of this bonsai. We're in the earth center. Wood has a destructive cycle with earth, so you don't want a lot of plants in the earth center. I have some really beautiful gardenia trees, which I'm going to keep. This is also a south-facing home, so we have a lot of brick, which is good because we've got earth, clay, brick, natural organic materials, along with some fire elements of like pink flowers, which I love. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this space, but have you guys ever been to Japan or you've ever walked around like Kyoto? Okay, so Kyoto has all of these really beautiful rock gardens, and you can see the monks like take their time and just rake all of these rocks and the sand into these patterns. That's what I imagine here. I know it sounds really silly, but like I almost want to get rid of this, make like a sandbox. The kids can play in it, and at the same time, right off my office, like when it's time for me to meditate, I'll come out with my little Japanese rake and I'll just create like little patterns, and it just puts me in a really zen vibe. What do you guys think about that? Thank you so much for coming along this journey with me. I just cannot wait to take you guys and like behind the scenes of every single little thing I do here. I know that the journey on YouTube is going to be totally different, you know, than what you've seen before. My content is going to just be a little bit more realistic, you know, real time. You're going to see me put all of my, you know, personal touches into this house. You're going to see me cry a lot. Okay. So in today's video, I really just had to put on a happy, cheery face, but inside I'm dying, and I can't wait to take you guys along for the ride. Thank you so much for watching, continuing to support me and this channel. I could not have gotten here or done any of this without you. So I love you guys so, so, so much. I'll see you next week.